afraid no one was going to ever talk to me again. I kept telling them, I know it's bad, just please don't like it.
I think Amy called me every day and said that to me. I have to do you, I hope you're not mad at me.
Jim, did you have a favorite character you got to play in that sequence?
Oh my gosh. I can just tell you that at one point Amy called me and asked me if I would do an impersonation of myself for her piece. So I sent them out. I think Sarah wasn't even there at the time. She got one too. But I really feel that I'm glad I didn't have to do Amy. Cut the guys down, I don't think I would have had the girls.
Kevin, was the comfiest day on set getting to wear the PJs?
That was a great day at work. I couldn't believe I got paid for that.
You didn't get to see Kevin's bunny slippers they gave him.
So let's, Greg, you touched upon this obviously, but when we left off last season, the team was at a dark place. They had lost a lot, and the machine itself now looks to be all but gone. So what is their next move, given that they've come to rely on the machine for so much until this point?
Well, it's not kicking out numbers right away, that's for sure. By the way, the finale last year was directed by Chris Fisher, also the premiere this year. Let's go back to the show. We're so grateful to have her just work her magic. It's really, really fantastic. The thing about the machine right now is that we're not sure that it has a heartbeat. And even if it does, we have a chance to resuscitate the machine. We're not quite sure how its brain is working. So get a little glimpse of that there. It's very comedic, but where we pick up, we pick up in real time, right out of the way. This season premiere just shot out. A lot of action in the opening, but there's also some flashbacks with Harold Finch where he has to go through a period of self-examination in terms of what he did to the machine. And if they were able to save the machine, how he would do things differently, which is something that Brute, of course, has been employing him to do for a long time. So there's going to be a lot of tumult, there's going to be a lot of change, there's going to be a lot of heartbreak this year, but there will be no filler.
Chris, you're directing the return episode, right? Anything this guy will let you tease about something we should look for in the premiere?
We as Greg said, we picked up seconds after the season 4 finale. The only distinguishing factor is that it's not the middle of winter anymore, unfortunately. So we tried to make, bear with us, we tried to make New York look as cold as possible as we could in the middle of July. There were challenges, to coming back after such a incredible finale episode. The writers just outdid themselves within season 4. So, there's a lot of good pressure on us here in production in New York to kind of keep the show firing on all cylinders like it was when we left it. And like Greg said, the future of the machine, as we looked at in season 4, was in such a precarious state, and what happens with the machine and what they do or don't do to save it is really spectacular. And I don't think we're going to let you guys down with the premiere episode. I think it's one of our best premieres we've ever done. Also written by Greg, so it's fantastic.
Marco, this show looks to me, just watching from the outside, like a daunting one to pull off. But there's just a lot going on in this show. What are the particular challenges First Adventures throws at you, and are there any new challenges this season?
It's an amazing place to work, this city, and I think the challenges are, I think they're similar, but I think we've gotten really good at working within this amazing place that we've worked within, a lot of us. And so we have a shorthand as a team and as a production that weaves and dodges in through the 5 boroughs of New York City. and I think we do it amazingly well. It's that classic term, well-oiled machine, but I have to say we really have become that, and it's a really awesome thing to be a part of, you know, all of us as a team, from all of us here, members, to everybody that moves us around the city. So I think the challenges are the same, and we've just gotten pretty darn good at it.
Jim, I think it's an understatement to say Reese is a man of action. Given what's happened, the loss of the machine, I feel like he's not going to be one resting on his laurels. Is he just finding a way, whether it be on his day job as a cop, or just other means to still kind of go out there and right the wrongs he can in the meantime?
Well, he's very focused this year. I think the episode last year between him and Carter and her death, things he never dealt with as far as his love for her. And this year, from that episode, I think it's given him a reason to bring the team together, to use the tools that he has as a black operator to help bring that team together and to really go to Finch and say, you know, we can do this. I've done a lot more with much less, and to instill that belief in Finch, and that I'm not going to let you down.
And you know, Michael, kind of bouncing off that, it was a pretty downright emotional goodbye that Finch had with the machine, which might sound bizarre on the outside, but when you see it, you understand it. Is he essentially grieving right now, or is he kind of trying to be more proactive? It sounds like Reese might try to have to help him on that level.
Mr. Finch is in kind of a bad place because all the years he's been programming the machine, I think he's tried to keep it, you know, that relationship and a non-personal one, to keep it cool and professional. And the machine is just this tool, a tool that he can use for good, but which he doesn't have strong feelings about. And yet we see leading through all this parental passion and this care, because the machine is, you know, approaching a kind of personhood. And it's the most important entity in Mr. Finch's life. I think it would be safe to say that. And so, yeah, when push comes to shove, when something that can talk to you seems to be dying and you've spent the bulk of your life with it, there's going to be an emotional kick to that, I think. It's really fun stuff to play, and really interesting too. I think just in general, the relationship between a human and an intelligent machine, that's going to get to be a thing that we or our descendants are going to have to negotiate someday.
And then, you know, for you, Kevin, as Fusco, he's learned more and more through the years, but he hasn't learned everything. Right now, given the fact that they don't have the machine, might someone like Fusco with maybe more traditional classic tactics be someone of use to them? He's always been of use to them, but even in a different way this time?
No, I think this season Fusco kind of goes a little bit rogue. There's a lot of questions that he has, he doesn't have answers to, and he's hell-bent on finding out those answers. So, and he's going to be treading in some very dangerous waters, but it's going to be really a lot of fun. Hey, can I just say something real quick? Look at this. We're in season 5. Look at this crowd, man. This is unbelievable. We're talking about season 5. There's not a seat in the house.
So, Sarah, everyone's been wanting to see Shaw return. She's come back. So, is it all, everything's looks fine, or is there cause for concern? Because clearly something was going on last time we saw little glimpses of her.
It's everything. You know, Shaw comes back in a very dynamic way. Much like the introduction of my character, I think I get a standalone episode. And I want to talk really quickly about the Rich-Shaw dynamic, because I hear that seems to be a desired subject.
Hello.
You know, my first job was on the L Word. And I am no stranger. I'm not giving anything away, Greg, so, you know, don't be nervous. But I think the audience is going to be happy with what they see. I think they deserve to see what's coming up. And when I was on the L Word, I remember getting an outpour of emails, messages, not emails, I'm sorry, fan letters, saying how important it was for them to be able to have someone like Carmen on screen or any of the cast, and how, you know, the girls, they would have trouble coming out or they wanted to kill themselves, and then they saw the character and how it gave them strength. When Amy and I first learned about the direction that our characters were going to, I think there was a little bit of surprise on our face. Jonah and Greg always said, you know, hey, we write to what's there, which I'm going to call a little bit of bullshit. But that's okay, because I love you guys. And, you know, we're both married, so we know where the inception of that came from. But I am more than happy to continue this relationship on behalf of all the LGBT community that's out there. I think it's incredibly important for them to have role models, for them to have someone on TV that they can you know, empathize with, that they can emulate, that they find strength in. And you know, with that said, I am so happy I get to work with this lovely lady. She is so easy to look at. She is so easy to as an actress, to play with, to be a scene partner with. Okay, all right. That's not what I meant, but all right. So with that said, I just wanted to say that, you know, thank you, Greg. Thank you to Jonah for writing the storyline, because this has been, you know, one of the most fulfilling things for me personally, just to continue on this representation and to be an extra voice for that community, which I feel like is underrepresented.